What's up, everybody? This is Gamechurch, the couch. We're hanging out at the Armory in Ventura, California. I'm going to talk about some games.
Sweet.
First up, we want to talk about Titanfall, and we just finished up the beta.
Yes.
Did you play the beta?
I did, up until the last second, until they literally forced me out of the beta. I could not put the controller down. It was honestly probably I've played the beta more than any game on my Xbox One.
Wow.
Yeah. That leads me to the question. Do you think that Titanfall is going to be a console seller for the Xbox One?
Well,
there's been some good games, but like that game is...
Whether I mean, my opinion is yes, it will drive some sales, but I know whether my opinion is valid or not. I know I just read Xbox, or Microsoft I should say, is having a new deal. If you buy an Xbox One, you get Titanfall for free.
Yeah.
So I know Microsoft is definitely betting on that it's going to be a seller.
Yeah. So in the beta, there were some questions coming in about the online play and how those the AI, the smaller teams, we're looking at 6 versus 6, and contrasting that with the big team battles like Battlefield 4 and things like that, how those are going to play out. So after playing the beta, what are your thoughts on the team size, the AI?
At first, I had to get used to it. It was something to get used to. But just because I had trouble clarifying, because I mean, obviously, if you look at it reverse, like the enemies have their names above their heads, but
Yeah.
since it's so fast paced,
Right.
I couldn't distinguish whether it was AI or a person. So I'd be concentrating on the AI while the other enemies were shooting at me and die. So I had to get used to that. But once I got used to it, honestly, I think it really works. Like, even if you kill the AI, you still get points. You still get some advantage for your team. Plus yourself, it helps get your Titan to call sooner. The more AI you kill. So it does help. Plus the AI's actual intelligence. It's definitely not the worst I've seen, especially in shooters.
Yeah.
I know, in my opinion, it's definitely better than Crysis 3 AI. So I was very impressed with it all the way through. I loved it.
That was one of the questions I had too. I mean, especially with, Microsoft's been talking about the cloud technology and their special servers and all that host of stuff. For the AI specifically, it seemed like they were very intelligent. I remember going through, I was kind of clearing a building and coming through, and there were a bunch of AI in a doorway, kind of waiting to punch out into the street, and they were targeting in on the opposition across the street, and that they helped clue me in on what was going on, and I used their cover to kind of flank them and go in. I was just really impressed with the way the AI actually played out, and the team size I was really happy with.
Yeah.
I thought it was fast. There was lots of action. I could, same thing, picking out who was pilots and who wasn't. That took a little bit of playing, but
Plus, when actually all the Titans are on the battlefield, there's definitely no complaints about team size. I mean, they definitely make their presence known. If there are 6 enemy Titans on the field, you don't want any more enemies on the enemy team. Like, that's enough to handle.
Right.
So I think this
Pretty
team
intense.
size is definitely perfect for the game.
I was pleased. Yeah. Good. You didn't play the Titanfall beta?
No, I didn't get a chance because I share the Xbox One with this guy, and he played it the whole time. So I got to see some of it. I got to see like the videos that you recorded of the gameplay and stuff. That was really cool. Looked really fun. I'm sure once we get it and you at least have gotten some of your fill, I'll get in there and get my hands on it. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
Another thing I really liked about it, I know it was a concern for some people, is if you're not in your Titan and say your enemy is, the balancing issue. Could you take them down? Could you do the damage to the Titans? Are the Titans severely overpowered where you don't even stand a chance? I personally think they did a great job balancing it. Every pilot has their anti-Titan weapon. In beta, they gave you a huge homing rocket launcher or like a mini chain gun. Chain gun type mini rockets.
Right.
So that works. Plus, you can also, if you want to risk it, you can literally board the enemy Titan, hijack it basically, and just shoot the nuclear core. And that just literally, it bypasses the shields. You just see the HP just dwindle down.
Yeah.
Granted, I found out the hard way that if another enemy Titan sees you on the back, they can literally just punch you off and you're done.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Exactly. So it's a risk. It's a risk factor, but I
Yeah.
think they did a great job balancing that out for sure.
I think my favorite moment in the beta was I was hanging out on a rooftop and there was a Titan down on the street below, and he'd gotten engaged with some other players and wasn't aware of my presence at all. And I just had earned my Titanfall. Like, killed enough guys, ready to go. And I thought, if he stays there for a moment longer, he's done. Sure enough, dropped my Titan right on top of him. Done. Felt so good.
I love how you get an achievement for that too. I was actually playing a match with my friend, and he actually cultists down on 2 enemy Titans that actually were already corner damaged. Both of them just done.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Frenzy of action. Just really excited for that game. I played it on PC too. I wanted to. I had that version as well, and I was really, really impressed with playing on the Xbox One. Like, between the two, I was going to my Xbox One and playing it there.
It's
solid, fun.
Perfectly handled for it.
Can't wait for March 11th.
Serious. Can't get your
It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna be playing that game more than I played Halo, and that's saying a lot. So I'm very excited.
Yeah. Yep. Frenzy activity. Looking forward at games, or what are the games that you're excited about and wanna play? I'm excited about Watchdogs. I don't know.
Watchdogs. I'm really excited about that. Is the third device used, like an iPad or a phone? A person, you can home in on a friend's game, interact with it. Say you can hack into the security cameras, or basically anything in the world. And you can either work with your friend if you want to, or if you're mad at them for some reason, you can totally work against them.
Revenge side.
Yeah, you can actually help the police try to catch you. You can block off their passages and all that stuff. So I'm really curious how that will play into the game. If that will really affect your game style, your gameplay. That can literally mean every single game is going to be entirely different, which in itself is its own reward. So I'm pretty excited for it personally. The possibilities for it is.
Yeah, I'm excited. Just the second screen stuff. I mean, I like this new age of second screen type interactions and things like that. Seeing what Watchdogs is going to do there. It's a cool concept.
In fact, I know Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, I think they're implementing that as well.
Oh, great.
On, I think it's maybe just the Xbox version. I don't know. I can't remember. But I know like there could be a commander type person that can call in drops or something. I think I remember reading that somewhere that I was going to integrate that. So I'm curious to see how that plays out in that game too.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's I'm excited for Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare. And that like we've got a 10-year-old son. It's a great bridge game into this battle arena style gameplay with cartoonish kind of environment. And he played Plants vs. Zombies like mad. So he loves the franchise and wants to see that. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah, I actually picked it up myself. I got to play maybe an hour's worth of it so far.
Cool.
But I was having a lot of fun with it. Obviously there were people who've played much longer than me, so they were higher level, then had more stuff. But the gameplay itself is fun. There are 2 modes. There's co-op, and on the Xbox version, you can actually do split screen co-op, which is hard to find these days, which is pretty cool. But you match up with other people online. It's 4 players. Each person's a certain type of plant, and it's just surviving waves. Waves get harder. Boss mode. Bosses come out, and you gain currency, basically silver. So at the end of the match, you go buy these card packs in game, and the card packs can unlock numerous things: weapons, customization for your characters, different seeds or zombies, basically, which you use in the game. If you're a plant, you plant the seeds, and there are different types, and they're kind of AI controlled, and they help you defend. Or if you're doing the zombie in another type of gameplay mode, you can plant special type of zombies that can help you take advantage points, basically. So, but like you said, it's a great gateway. I mean, for the kids, the younger kids who see all these games, for shooters who want to play, and parents are obviously like, no. This is a great gateway. I mean, it's cartoonish. There's a lot of violence, but it's cartoon violence. So you don't see anything worse on Saturday morning cartoons. So it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect in that sense. I'm enjoying it so far. I can't wait to hop back in and tear up a little bit more zombies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll have to pick it up, and I'm always on the lookout for co-op games that I can play with my son. Like that's a big deal to me to be able to enjoy a game together, and that game is exciting.
We play a lot of those split screen co-op too. I mean, we're always on the lookout for something we can play on date night or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
I was really surprised that they actually supported that, because games these days are just going away from that and more just one screen, one system online. You can just connect with everyone. That's fine. But there are those instances where you have a friend over who's like, I want to play too.
Right.
Well, so I'm really happy they did that with that game. I think it's going to help them out a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Any other games coming up that we? Of course, Destiny. That's a big game. It's a little ways out, but excited about that.
Bungie's
persistent online world, and
from what I've seen, it's looking absolutely pretty, gorgeous. I haven't tried to research too much because I don't want to get myself too hyped up for it quite yet, since it's so far off. But from what I have seen, like the different classes, I think I remember 2. One was like a caster type, in that sense of that reality.
Right.
And then there's obviously the soldier type, where they can absorb, like a tank can absorb more damage. The caster looks really cool. The graphics of the abilities, the lighting. I really noticed the lighting from the video I watched. That was just everything. They didn't skip any detail. Like, this game is definitely going to, if not push the Xbox One or PS4 to its max, it's definitely going to tap a new ground for it and set a new ground for graphics on the consoles for sure. I'm definitely excited for it. I know a lot of my friends are, which helps me get more excited for it, because you have friends to play. So
more people playing, pushing those boundaries on next gen systems is great. I mean, and you need somebody like Bungie to do that. They're going to be serious.
I know, I was really excited to hear Bungie was doing something outside of the Halo franchise, because I always felt like these guys are so creative and so interested. Don't get locked into one world.
Exactly.
So when they announced Destiny, I was, yes, finally. They're going to do something new. So I'm really excited about it too.
Yeah, definitely. And another cool thing that I have seen in some other past MMOs, like Rift or Defiance, the constantly generated world events. Like, it's not just, I get this quest, I go to point B, or I kill 10 of these monsters, go to B, I complete it. It's something's always going on. And people can just join in and have fun. So that's something that I've really started enjoying in these more games coming out. I'm happy that they included that in this platform.
It worked really well in Defiance, that something happens and there's a frenzy activity to go over and participate in it, and kind of random throughout the world. Be exciting to see what Bungie does with that concept. And
Exactly.
See that.
Definitely excited to see that game. Of course, Elder Scrolls Online is coming out. That's definitely making a lot of ripples in the water, so to speak.
Definitely mixed feelings about that game. I mean, the Elder Scrolls has always been just a great series, and how they're gonna make an online version of that. And
I mean, you definitely can't deny that Elder Scrolls has definitely made its mark in the world of video games. It's gorgeous. It's very pretty. Like you said, I have heard mixed things about it. I have not tried the beta yet. I've gone to shows. I've seen it there. I haven't touched it. I did an interview with one of the designers, actually, and from what he told me, it's sounding very promising. But I guess, I don't know at launch if all of the sections of every Elder Scrolls is going to be in the world, but I know that's what they're planning. I know Morrowind's there. I heard they're even putting an arena. So if you're a huge fan of the lore, then go for it. It's going to be amazing. It's
the whole universe.
Yeah, plus it's in the past, so all the ruins and destructive buildings you see in the old games that you were playing through are actually going to be cities and palaces, what have you. And so that's going to be really cool to go back and see, especially if you remember a certain type of Elder Scrolls game that you just love, and there's this one section and you can actually see what it used to be. That's just going to be a nice treat for them. But but the things I've heard mixed about it, it's personally leaving me a little nervous. I don't know. I heard it's obviously gorgeous, but it does play a lot like WoW, World of Warcraft, as do a lot of MMORPGs these days. But I don't know. I'm definitely going to wait and hear about it to see what people's feels are on it. But just from what I heard about it with the lore and the past and what they're planning on doing, that alone has grasped my curiosity for it.
Yeah, it's definitely a game keeping an eye on, watching going forward. You know, what does the future hold?
Exactly.
And you know, a lot of mixed stuff came out of some of the beta and alpha gameplay. And while I don't completely disregard that, it's still like there's tweaks being made and refining some of the gameplay. So when the game actually drops, will be good.
Yeah, and this is a company that does go back and fix things. So they listen to the community. So they go back and fix things and make it work better. So I'm hopeful. Cool. Definitely hopeful for the game.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Yeah. All right, that's all the time we have. Thanks for joining us. Adam?
My name is Adam. I'm signing off.
Amy?
Yep. Thanks. See you next time.
I'm Dave. See you next time.
On the couch.